Alright, so just change a few things for you so that it's a bit easier and doesn't clutter so much. Okay, so before we start, so how many hours do you have on the aircraft that you're flying?
Maybe about 8.
Okay, so have you done your first solo yet?
No.
Not yet. Okay, that should be alright. As long as you have a little bit of experience, that's always good. I understand that it should be control column yoke. Is the yoke that you used before?
Yeah.
Okay, that's alright. Okay, so where would you like to go today? Would you want me to plan something out for you?
Boulder to Las Vegas?
Boulders. Okay, I think I do have that in the system. Just gonna make sure I check it out because I think Boulder sounds familiar where we have that. Boulder City to Las Vegas or Las Vegas. Okay. Just let me see if I can get that out. Okay. Okay, I think I don't read KB. Okay, I don't think I really have borders, but we can do Las Vegas if you like to. Would you want to do that?
Yeah, sure. Fasten seatbelts on.
Okay, so the next few things is I'm going to give you a quick briefing as well. I understand that you watched a video outside already, but in here I'm going to give you another briefing just to make sure that you get to know everything. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask me. Okay, the next thing is we require you to dim down your lights, which is on your left, the big round one. Turn it anti-clockwise. There you go. Okay, while the system is loading, okay, don't worry about that. So you can see that both controls will be connected together, just like in the same in the normal aircraft as well. The rudder pedals, which your feet should be on. Can you feel that?
Yep.
There you go. Okay, it controls the nose wheel on the runway. So what actually does happen is, as you are increasing the power, you're going to use the nose wheel to keep us on the center line. Okay, are you comfortable with a night flight, or do you want to do a day one?
Maybe day, just
maybe a day one first. Yep. Because the problem with Vegas in the night is you can't see the mountains, and it's quite mountainy over here.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I'll get it changed to a day flight. So, like I mentioned, the rudders, just make sure that you use them as on the ground. Once in the air, you actually can rest your feet. In the air, we actually have another system called the yaw damper that keeps the yawing portion in check, so you don't have to worry about that. Once in the air, you'll be using the control column yoke, which is right in between your legs. So we're going to use this to pitch up the aircraft, pitch up and down, of course, and left and right for the roll. Okay, 5 monitors in front of us, 2 of them are identical. The front 2 is the same as the front 2 on your side. So your extreme left, that pitch is what we call a PFD, primary flight display. It has 5 major instruments. So I'm going to use mine to give you a quick briefing. On the center is the blue and the brown, which is the artificial horizon, of course. Horizon line, wings of the aircraft, and the nose. We're going to bring the nose up to 15 degrees for takeoff, 10 degrees for continuous climb, and 5 degrees for cruising. On the left, SP indicator. On the right, altimeter. Further on the right, we have the VSI, vertical speed indicator. And at the bottom, a half compass. All good so far on that one?
Yep.
Okay, should be quite simple. The next screen is what we call a navigation display. It's like a GPS system in the car. So it's a 360 degrees magnetic compass. Right in the center is a triangle, which, yep, there you go. It's on mine as well. Is where we are in the aircraft. The dotted line is a pink one, is the heading belt. Yeah. There you go. We're going to use that to guide you around, flying around Vegas. Okay, at the bottom left for yours and bottom right for mine, there's a DME, distance measuring equipment. Yeah. Quite simple on that one, and it's all track magnetic. Okay, the center page, we're going to use it only for the engine section, and we'll call it the MFD, multifunction display. We look on the top section only with N1, EGD, and FF. N1 is the power percentage of throttle. So what it means is as we increase the throttle, you'll see 2 things moving. One is the lead, which I'm putting at 4, and the main, which is coming up to it. Okay, so always just use the lead to help you out in whatever power setting you like to put for.
Okay.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just bring it back down to idle. EGD stands for engine gas temperature, how hot the chambers are burning, and FF stands for fuel flow, how much of fuel we're burning per hour. Okay, at the bottom right over here, we have plenty of fuel to go for. We have left wing, right wing, and center fuselage. Okay, for middle class aircraft, the big aircraft, we have this thing called the auto braking system, which helps to slow the aircraft down. To start with, we'll put it at RTO. stands for reject to takeoff. So what it means is later on as we power up, if you don't feel comfortable or anything, bring the power back down and it will slow down immediately, of course. For normal landing, we use 2, 3 on maximum depending on the length of the runway. The shorter the runway, the more we like to use because we really do need to slow down immediately. Okay, the next thing is the landing gear carrying the down section, 3 greens, so it's down a lot. Later I need you to bring it up. Depending on what we're going to do, of course, if you're going to fly through the strip, we will bring it down and we'll keep it down. For one reason is because below 800 feet, landing gear is not down, the warning will keep coming on. So that's not a very good thing, especially if you're going to keep distracting you. Okay, so depending on what you want to do, let me know. We can fly through the strip, we can just fly around a little bit and have a look around.
Yeah,
Okay, so like I said, if you want to bring it up, just pull it out and then up all the way. Okay, thrust lever quadrant, 2 engines. We can do 1 engine shutdown as well if you like to try.
Sure.
But we'll see how it goes. 2 engines, just make sure that you balance them together. Okay, even though they might be balanced like how you feel the both levers, it might not be actually the same. So you can see right now the right engine is actually producing more power. So later on as you power up, just make sure that the first glance will be just bring out first. Make sure they're about the same. Fly the aircraft first, and then later on just come back and twitch it a little bit. Okay, we have the reverse thrust. We should change the thrust from forward to backwards to slow the aircraft on the runway. Speed brake also to slow the aircraft down. We'll use that for landing later on. So later on once we land, lift it up, back all the way. Okay, flaps. Flaps gives the aircraft lift and drag. We use flap 5 for takeoff, 15 and 30 for landing. Okay, fuel levers are up, power brakes, lights on, power brakes on, lights off, power brakes is off. Okay, communication panel, I'll sort it out for you so not to worry. On top over here we have the autopilot system. Currently it's not on yet. So we can, if it's on, we're going to control the speed, heading and altitude. When it's not on, we use it as reference for all 3 of them. Okay, and the rest of the system as you can see. So we have quite a bit going on for us. Okay, not to worry. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to get you to get off the ground first. Our current elevation height is 2,200 feet.
Yep.
Okay, let's climb up to 4,500 feet to start with. Okay, and can you set the heading for me? 256 currently.
256? Oh, straight
Yep.
ahead?
Yep. That's the runway heading, so that's what we need at the moment. Okay, I'm going to put in the coordinates for where we are and what we're doing. So basically, I'm just putting a circuit coordinates just to get you going first, to see how you fare. Okay, and could you set the speed for me? No, much lower than that because we want the V2 climb speed. Okay, which is about 148. Okay, so 45. Okay, so once I put in all the coordinates, you'll see that on your screen we have the runway 25 left, and yours is a ranging of 2.5 up and down. So by switching this, turn one to the right, you'll change the ranging to 5 miles. Turn again, you'll go 10, and it goes up and up. Okay, so in places where we can see terrains and as well as other airports, you'll be able to see more around us. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to put in a frequency. Maybe we'll just get you to do a circuit to see how you go first.
Okay.
Just to see if you're good at it. And then maybe we'll do the strip after that. The strip is we need to be about 500 feet above ground throughout the entire thing, because the strip is not that tall, pretty much. Okay, so simple as it is, I'm going to make a quick radio call. Las Vegas Tower, flight expense 456 on the runway 25 left, ready for departure for circuit 4,005 below. Okay.
Experience 556, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, flight 556. Could you switch on the no smoking seatbelt sign for me first? The, standard left and right. Just the inboard will do because it's at the day, so the outboard is not required, and the taxi for emergency. Okay, and flaps down to 5. So drop it through at 1, all the way down, and out at the back. There you go. It's a bit different from a Warrior. You flew a Piper, right? Piper Archer or a Cessna. For that, because you have a lever thing going on. This is more like a really small lever, and we have gateways on 1 and 15. It's because the transformation from 0 flaps all the way to 15. Once you go through 1, you get flaps, isn't that right?
Yep.
And then the aerodynamics of the aircraft changes. That's why it's like a confirmation. Do you really want to? The top portion until 15, you get lots of lift. That's the ratio of it. Ratio of lift is more than ratio of drag. But once you go past 15 down to 40, you get more drag. And different levels of flaps actually is required for different kind of flights. So for example, you want short field takeoff, you want short field landing, you want mountain flying, is all sorts of things. Okay, we have clearance for takeoff, so pretty simple. Just put the power brakes forward, right hand on throttle. Okay, I want you to bring the power up to 40% initially. Everyone okay? Okay, all good. It's fine. Okay, that's good. What's going to happen is the aircraft starts to move slowly because we are braking inertial. Okay, currently on the ground, GS is ground speed and TS is true air speed, you should know that. Okay, we're coming up to about 16 at the moment, slowly increasing our power. Crossing 20, bring the power up to 100%.
Okay.
Okay, don't worry about yawing too much. Just look far ahead, almost to the end of the runway. Use your the side view of your eyes to keep us moving straight. Okay, looking good so far. Power up to about 90 knots at the moment. Crossing 100, 110, 120, 130. Reaching V1, both hands together, and rotate. Okay, slowly pitching the nose up. There you go, 15 degrees. Passing 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15. Landing gear comes up. Above 200 feet. And okay, above 400 feet, clear for left turn. 90 degrees first, so turn left. While still climbing, passing 1,000 feet, power back to 80. And drop the nose down to about 10. Because you're reaching our height shortly, so be careful with the nose pitch. Okay, 4,005, coming down. Okay, continue powering back to about 50%. So just a rough gauge first. Don't worry about whether it's accurate or not. If you look out, it's quite a lot of mountains out there. So that's fine, not to worry. Keep turning. And we'll try to maintain a speed of not less than 180. Okay, which is about here. Just making sure your power is good. Okay, keeping the pitch at about 5. Okay, right now because the pitch is at horizon, you realize that the aircraft is actually descending and you are increasing in speed.
Yep.
So don't touch the speed already.
Okay.
We'll convert the excess speed to height. So how we do that? By just bring the nose out first. Watch what the speed is doing. It's slowly moving down. Okay, that's fine. And see that we're almost coming to our heading. I'm going to turn it downwind for you. Okay, and keep the nose up a little bit more. Okay, you keep getting that because that is a warning for leaving your height 300 feet below or above.
Okay.
Okay, you're doing fine so far. If you like, you can use the trim, which is on your left arm. Okay, so far so good. So we are currently about 1,760 feet off the ground. Okay, doing fine. Okay, so what we're going to do is look at our map. We are just pretty much doing a circuit, a very basic idea of how we fly. Okay, we are going downwind. Everything is already pre-set up for you. Okay, the flaps is still at 5. We're not going to bring it up, don't worry about that, because we would just want to keep the speed of slightly above 180. If we want our speed to increase up to above 250, then we need to bring it up to 0, which is cross-country flying already. Okay, so pretty good. You're coming out to a heading. Just to think that about the height part. Okay, not to worry. Roll wings level. Okay, looking good so far. So we do have a height issue, not to worry. Just slowly raise the nose up to about 7.5. Okay, so you can look outside how it looks like. It's almost looking like the coaming of the aircraft is touching the horizon outside. Okay, so that is one way to fly. Whenever you fly, you always have to look outside first. Especially nowadays, if you guys are flying the smaller aircraft, they will always tell you fly visual first before you fly instrument, because that's your so-called basic skill. Okay, looking good so far. You can see that the power or the speed is actually reducing. That's fine. We're about 4,300 feet. Okay, let's keep that. Let's hold that height because we're really about 2,000 feet off the ground. But of course, as we go out towards the right or further out in front, we'll need to climb higher because if you look outside, you'll see that there's actually terrains around us which we need to deal with. Okay, that's fine so far. So 4,003 is what we will be holding. Okay, speed about 173 at the moment. That's fine. We are coming to almost the downwind or almost the beam with the threshold. Okay, so what we're going to get you to do is we're going to use a different technique. I'm not too sure which technique you're taught. We're going to just bring the landing gear down first. Let the speed come in.
Right now.
And then we'll... yep, you can do it now. What will happen is you'll go 3 reds first. We'll wait for the 3 greens. And then I'll get you to start turning towards base leg and onto the runway. Okay. Okay, let's start turning left. Okay, we're going to do a touch and go.
Okay.
And thereafter, let's let's fly through the strip for a little bit.
Okay.
I'll help you with that because we're gonna get real close down. So on the map itself, can you see that there's an arc in front of the triangle? Okay, that is actually our turn arc. Okay, another way to see is actually on top over here, where you can see how much angle of bank you are doing. Okay, just let the arc touch the line, the runway center line, and that will actually bring us onto the runway easy.
Okay.
Okay, doing fine so far. Okay, so 3 greens, speed is good below 175. Let's draw one stage of flap down to 15. While you're still turning, that's fine. Okay, so far so good. You can see that our speed is reducing. You can hear that the engine is lowering itself. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to get you to increase power for me up to 60% now. Okay, our speed currently is about 158, 59, just balancing out for a little bit. Okay, I'll require you raise the nose a little bit because we're getting a bit lower. Okay, just hold it at about 5 and it should be fine. Okay, let's get one stage of flaps down to 30 and power to 70. Okay, so we're taking the one on the left. So those red lights out there are what we call PAPI lights, P-A-P-I. Balance out a little bit of a power. PAPI lights are pretty much the same thing as a glide slope. Okay, so it's a set of 4 lights. It's either red or white. So the profile we are looking for, or the lights we are looking for, is 2 whites, 2 reds. Okay, so right now it means that we are low. Okay, I'm going to give you excess power. I want you to just hold the nose at our current height, about 2007 at the moment. We're about 500, going to be 500 feet off the ground only. Okay, so hold the height. Okay, turn in. 556 on a short final for 25 left.
Flight experience 556. Continue approach. Report on final.
Continue approach, report on final. Short 556. Can you see the light changing?
Yes.
Yep. So, like I said, 2 whites, 2 reds. That's the profile. Now you can start chalking your nose forward. Okay, I'm going to get the power back to about 70% for you. 556 short finals, runway 25 left, touch and go. Thereafter climbing up to 27 for the strip. Okay, right hand on the throttle.
Flight experience 556. Clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, fly 556. Okay. Don't worry, you're doing fine so far. Just don't overcorrect for what or overcompensating. Okay, just slowly coming in. You can see that we're slightly high, that's fine, don't worry about it. Slowly bring the power back down a little bit at a time. That's good. A little bit more. Raise the nose a little bit to flare. Close the power.
30, 20.
Okay, not too much, not too much. There you go. Let the nose come down first. Okay, now slowly bring the power up again. Okay, from here I'm going to help you out a little bit. Because flying through the strip, we're not going to climb too high. Okay, that's about 100%, that's good. Slowly just raise the nose up. A little bit at a time. Okay, hold it there. We're going to raise the pitch up to about 7.5 only. Okay, let the speed increase. I'm going to get the power back for you. You'll hear a sudden drop in power very quickly. Right turn. Oh, be careful. So raise the nose up. You still want the aircraft to climb a little bit. Okay, we're not going to bring the landing gear or the flaps up. We're just going to hold it there. Okay, so the strip is pretty much the main road of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And all the hotels are there. Put it that way. Okay, you can see how low we are in terms of our power as well. Okay, so you can see that I'm slowly adjusting for you. Looking good so far. Not to worry. Speed is increasing, that's good. Okay, just be careful as you fly through. Okay, with the MGM and most of the stuff coming in. Okay, you're just about 300 feet above the ground. Okay, doing fine. Not too bad. Okay, as we are slowly getting off the ground effect is lesser, so you can pitch the nose down a little bit more. Pitch forward. So by doing so, you should be able to see a little bit more of the hotels in front of us. Okay, and the speed is coming out to 180. I'm going to hold it there. Okay, we're just on top of most of the roof of the hotels. Okay, we're getting out of here. So as we fly straight, I want you to turn towards the right. Can you see that tall building?
Yes.
Or that tower or so? Okay, I want to turn behind it.
Okay.
Okay. I'll get you rough heading first. Okay, There you go. And if you like to, you can get us back up to about 3,000 feet. So power is yours and flap is yours. So let's get the flaps first.
To
5. Yep.
5.
Don't worry about landing gear. With landing it down means you need more power to climb. So bring out to about 100% as you're climbing. Okay. Yep. Bring it. That's alright. Just bring it back down. So you can see that your speed is high and our height is high. So one thing to do is get us back down. Okay. Don't worry if you make a mistake. That's fine. That's a thing about simulators. You can make mistakes. Okay. So I'm gonna just bring the power back to idle for you. You can see the speed is reducing. Okay. Let's reduce our height. So on the right we have a runway out there. Okay. And that is the Nellis. Oh, you know this place quite well. That's good. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to fly past it, keeping it on the right of us. I'm going to get you about, I would say about maybe 5 or 10 miles out. Okay, and we're going to fly in onto one of the runways, so runway 21 right. Okay, you're going to see, nope. Okay, so the runway is long enough, about 10,000 feet, so we have plenty of time to do what we need to do if we need to. Okay, as we come in, I'm going to shut one of the engine down. Just to see if are you comfortable with that?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, not to worry. It's quite simple. The idea about losing one engine, but do remember that we have two. Okay, to start with. So losing one engine is not that devastating unless you lose both of them. Okay, so just remember is if you lose one, depending on which side, you got to counteract with your legs, which is your rudders. Okay, so by doing so means you kick your feet in, all the way in. Okay. For example, let's say we lose right engine. So what will happen?
Left will,
because left engine is working harder, right? So it will push you towards the right. You can counteract that by keeping us in the center. So once you lose the engine, for example, you just look forward, give yourself a point, wherever it is. Could be the top of the mountain, could be the saddle, or any of the clouds out there as well. Okay, fly straight for a little bit, and then as we come in, once you are more or less comfortable, means you got the situation sorted. And then just slowly check the nose. If you are coming down for a landing, just come down for a landing. Okay, you will need more power in losing one engine. Okay, so not to worry, it's quite a simple task actually. Okay, on the map itself, we are looking at where we are. So we are just right at the threshold of the other direction. Okay, that's fine. Okay, over these grounds, you can see that our height above ground is actually much lesser as well. Okay, earlier on at about 3,000 feet, we should be about 1,200 or so, but right now we're about only 800. Okay, so speed is good, height is good. Okay, at the same time, since we do have a little bit of time, we're going to get you to prepare the aircraft for landing normally. So auto brakes to, let's put it at 3, because we do know that we're going to fail one of the engine. Okay, with one engine in ops, we're going to use only stage 15 for flaps.
Okay.
Not any more than that. For one reason is because with flaps 30, you need more power. You almost need about full power on one engine just to keep us going. Okay. So coming in quite nicely, landing gear is already down, so I don't have to worry so much about that. I'm going to get you slowly turn toward us, towards the right. Heading on 080 first. Just a slight heading change. If not, we'll be really going into the mountains in front of us. There's Air Force Base, Flight Experience 556 on the right, base for 21 right, 3,100 feet below, for runway 21 right, full stop. Okay, keep turning. So get us onto the runway.
556, continue approach, report on final.
Continue approach, report on final, flight 556. Okay, I'm going to fill one of the engine. I'm going to fill the engine on the right. Okay, so just prepare your legs. Okay, not too much. Okay, so hands on control. If you need more power, if you feel that you need more power, just go with it. Okay, keep turning the aircraft. Okay, you realize that it looks like the ground is quite near us. We are only about 520 feet off the ground. Okay, that's fine. We have hydraulic failures as well as flight control. Flight control is just the power, don't worry about it. Okay, hydraulic is pretty much our flaps, but we do have another engine, so flaps will be fine. Okay, that's good. Keep turning. You're doing fine so far. Okay, surely you'll be able to see the runway out there very nicely, and the runway lights are indicating red means we are low. Okay, when I say the PAPI lights. Okay, that's fine. Let's drop one stage of flaps to 15. Your speed will need to be reduced. Okay, not less than 150. So I'm going to put 150 here, which it will indicate over here on your speed tape. Okay, you're doing fine so far. 556 short finals, 21 right, full stop.
500.
Okay, I'm gonna get you to put your hands on the throttle. So do remember you only have one engine. Okay, our speed need to come down a little bit. Okay, looking good so far. Okay, right now you're about 70% on power for one engine. That's okay. Looking good. 2 whites, 2 reds. 260 feet off the ground. Okay, not too much. That's good.
2 low flaps.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about that.
2 low flaps.
Okay, coming in about 120 feet off the ground. Slowly bring the power back
2
down.
low flaps.
Slowly, a little bit more.
30.
Okay, closer power. There you go.
10.
Okay, not too much on the pitch up. Let the nose come down. Okay, bring the speed brake up. So lift it up first. There you go, all the way, and reverse thrust over here. There you go. Okay, do remember if you use one reverse thrust as well, because one of the engine shut down, that's fine. Don't worry. You have to compensate for that. So you realize you're working a lot on your legs, isn't it?
Oh.
Very good. That wasn't too bad. That was good. Okay, so you can see that the speed is a bit slower now, about 15 knots, and we're coming to a stop. That's good. We will stop on the runway, and park brakes on, and I'll start the engine for you. How was that one?
Fun.
Not too bad. Got a bit of things, and you did well. And that's a flight for today.
Alright.
Okay.